Something I want to say, guys, is that I did open up a second channel. It's called Aliex Kayak Reviews or something like that. It's linked down below in the description. In there, I'm only gonna put full kayak reviews of whatever kayaks I get, and please only subscribe to it if you like those type of videos. Hey guys, welcome to another amazing episode of reviewing kayaks with Aliex. Today we got one of the most controversial kayaks I ever sat on. This one right here, the 133X by Bass Pro Shops Ascent Kayak. Hey, so guys, I just got these new glasses from Smith. First time I ever had glasses like this. I just got it yesterday. I put it up on a video and I'm really enjoying them because right now it's so clear and it looks so nice right here. Everything looks green and the colors pop and it looks like a happy look. And the glasses are light and they block a little bit of light, you know, like it has these things over here. They have several models and type of lenses and things like that. I'm gonna put an affiliate link down below to Smith if you want to check it out. When you do buy through that affiliate link, I do get a commission. Thank you for that. That's how we pay the bills here. Now let's get back into this video. The 133X is a budget-friendly kayak. It seems to offer a lot of good stuff, but does it really? Does it live to the hype? Let's break it down. I have a lot of pros and many cons. And this video may trigger some people, and I'm sorry about that. First thing I would like to do is start with the price. For the price, it's an amazing value. This kayak retails for $1,099, and sometimes I put it on sale for like 900 bucks, 1,000, whatever. You could save some money on it. And that is an incredible price for what you get on paper. But it's just an incredible value. I mean, you have a kayak that you could put in a bow-mounted trolling motor here in the front. If you go back, you got power pole fittings that you could put a rear motor if you want. The stuff that it has, you see that there, a frame seat that you could seat high or low, a giant hatch right there in the middle. So much space to do whatever the heck you want with it. Like, if you look at it just on paper, it is an amazing piece of kayak fishing sting, whatever. I'm trying to find words, but I can't find it right now. Maybe I need some calories. It is an incredible value what you get for your money, but it's worth the headaches. Let's keep going. This kayak is very stable. Dude, this thing is like 13 feet long and about 34 plus inches wide, which gives you a lot of stability already. And then you have those channels, that cat hole design. It is very stable. Now, I did flip it, and it's not the most stable kayak there is, but I had this thing in horrible weather out there, really bad, nasty conditions, and I didn't feel like I was flipping at any time. Also, I had this kayak full of water here in the rear. We're gonna touch on that, why that happens in this review, but I never for once felt like I was gonna flip. I mean, scary, but I'm used to these things. What I'm trying to say is that the kayak could handle bad weather for sure. The other pro is, look at how much space you got. That right there is empty space, dude. You could put coolers, anything, storage, for whatever. Look at this, look how much space you have there in front of you. And if you move here to the middle, you got a lot of space to drop in your rods, and you have cavities to go ahead and put the reels and stuff like that, your tackle boxes. It comes with an under the seat storage solution, which is great for your lures and stuff that you want to use, your pliers. And going back here, you got a giant tank well. It's huge. You could put any cooler in there, black pack, whatever you need to, and you have access to inside of this boat in multiple places, here in the rear, in the middle, in the front. It's just a rigging dream on paper. It offers you so much, and that's one of the reasons why I loved it when I saw it. Like, when I first saw it, I did a video on it. I was like, oh my god, I want this kayak. And it's like, be careful what you wish for. Everything looks amazing on the first day. The makeup, everything is just cool. It's enticing. It's beautiful. And then you wake up the next day and then you're like, what? So I think I cover all the goods so far. Let's go ahead and talk about the issues. First, over here, this bow mount setup. Look at that. I even stripped one of the inserts because it was hell to install my NK unit. The one that I used to have that broke down, it was hell to install it here. I had so much, like, I was in pain. It was bad. Like, this is a bad execution. It should be a better design that is able to take not just these 4 holes right here for the motor guys, but maybe the power poles, maybe the NK, just span it up a little bit. It is awful. And if we move back here, those 4 reds are very, very cheaply, but at least you have them, right? Hatch right here in the middle is not bad, and it has a little cover in there, like to throw keys and stuff like that, so that's cool. But like the orientation of some of this thing totally sucked. This thing right here to hold the cable for your motor, it was designed to hold the bow motor, but not the rear motor. If you look over here, those hatches, the cover is just normal starboard. Like, that sucks, man. This one here on the back, I installed myself. It should have come like that. It should have come hatches like that. And that hatch right there in the middle, although it's sort of maybe a good idea, it's not, because you're gonna get water running all over the place, and water may get inside the hole. Through there, actually may not. It does. So that's a problem. Let's continue with another big headache, the seat. This seat is nice, it's comfortable. I really like the seat. Like, I don't have no problem with how the seat performs, but I have major problems with the material. And you're looking at it right there. See that? It's rusted. Why would this seat rust? Like, it should be aluminum. It should not be like that. That's ridiculous. The choice of material is awful. Now, another major problem here is that you don't see anywhere that you could hold that seat down. If you're on bad weather out there and you're rocking, like, there has to be a strap or something that will hold the seat down. It doesn't have that. That to me is ridiculous. But the biggest offense, the biggest slap on the face of this kayak is the tank well design. If you look at it, look at that. It's warped. It warps. Like right now, if I leave this kayak right here like it is right now, and it rains, water is gonna pool in there for days. It's just awful. Why? Because I think the people at Bass Pro Shop at Ascend that made this kayak, they probably thought that water could defy gravity and go uphill and drain out through these 2 scupper holes right here where you're supposed to put a battery. It doesn't, and they haven't fixed this. They have not fixed this. And if you put like a super powerful motor in the back, Newport Vessel NK300 or something like that, and you're gonna go at speed, water is gonna come through those holes. It's gonna come through the front, and it's just gonna flood this area here. Now you say, hey, just plug the hole. Fine, I'll plug it, but that is not gonna stop water from splashing in from the sides, especially when you turn, and it's gonna pull in here as well. So at the end of the day, it's not gonna fix any of the issues with the water. There's not a problem with the water coming in. There's a problem with the water getting out. It doesn't get out. So if you have a black pack or anything here on the back, and you have things that could get wet but shouldn't get floated, be careful with that, because the water is gonna get really high up. So I went all the way to Cape Coral to film a bunch of videos with Justin, and I wanted Justin to look at this kayak and give it an honest review, and he did. I'm not sure if he's gonna post the video. It's not pretty. Then I come back, I'm tired, it's 10 p.m. I go like, I'm not gonna put this back, I'm just gonna leave it on the trailer. And look at this BS. It rained, and look at the water. There's like 4 inches of water on this thing. There's water right here. I bet you there's water inside the hole right now. Why? Because look where the damn copper holes are, and you say, oh, because you have a black pack there. Even if you take this black pack off here, it wouldn't have changed a thing. It would have pulled. The only way that this doesn't happen is if you flip the kayak under. But you're gonna do that at 10 p.m.? No, you're not gonna do that at 10 p.m. You're gonna do it the next day, right? Because you got home late. But look at this bush. This is Bass Pro Shop, people. Bass Pro Shop is the biggest name in fishing. And look how they build their kayaks. Just complete BS. Even if you plug the holes, rain, you're there in the water. You never know when it's gonna rain, where the water's gonna turn, when you're gonna get splashes. It's not a good design to have a boat that is not self-bailing, basically. This right here in the back is kind of like a canoe. It's just ridiculous, man. And on that note, over here, The power pole fittings, I love that you have the option, but why is it that this thing is under a lip? Like that's about an inch lower. The problem with that is that if you get an aftermarket transom plate, you're gonna have trouble adapting it. You may have to raise the deck a little bit to be able to put it in, and that's not ideal. Now, it does have some other good things. For example, you got gear tracks all over the place in the front and the back. I shouldn't say all over the place. That's the con. That is not over the place. Those gear tracks, there is no reason why those gear tracks shouldn't be longer, getting all the way here to where that handle is and to the front. And then here in the front, it should have 2 more gear tracks. And this gear tracks right here in the rear, what's the point of just being half the size of the tank well? It should stand out all the way to those flush mounted rod holders. Some of the cool things that it does have is it has that jack power setup, where if you use those connectors, it will be great to just plug in your stuff and just take it in the water. But I mean, I found myself that like I don't use the connectors here in the rear. Like I don't use this. I have different connectors, so you're gonna have to adapt to it. Like I never really used it with a jack power stuff. I know some people do, but for me it wasn't a thing. So you may ask yourself, who is this kayak for? Well, basically, I would say if you're on a budget and you want to have a kayak that could handle a bow-mounted trolling motor and you don't go crazy about installing it, take your time with it, this is a great value. If you use this kayak as intended, like as they advertise it, with just the bow-mounted trolling motor, you're gonna have a good time on the water. And sure of that, because I know a lot of my viewers have this kayak and they love it, they enjoy it. And it's awesome. My beef with it is just that it's a bad execution, it's a bad choice of material, it's a bad product at the end of the day, but for the price, you know, it's not that bad. I'm trying to balance things out right here, you know. It's a big disappointment for me, but it may be just what you need. That doesn't make it make me any better than you. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that if I'm gonna invest a lot of money, if I want like a tournament kayak, this will not be my choice. There's a lot better options, even for about the same price. Another type of people that this kayak would excel for are people that love DIY projects. Like for example, that issue that I'm having with the water, you could easily remedy that by putting foam blocks in there and raising the deck a little bit. And you could do that through that hole over there. You could replace the hatches, all of them. Replace the fittings and add more gear tracks. Even replace this bow mounted area right here. Like you could do a lot of stuff to it. It's basically a DIY paradise. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Now, people that should avoid this are definitely people that are looking for a serious kayak setup. Somebody who's gonna be on a tournament. Somebody who have a budget. Let's say you set up $4,000 to do or $5,000 to do a really good kayak setup. Yeah, you should totally avoid this because it's not what you're looking for. If you want quality, this is not it. If you want fun and something that you could turn into something great, yeah, definitely. In conclusion, it is a miss bag because the price is amazing, the features that it offers are great, but the quality of it, the execution, the choice of materials is complete BS. It's bad. And it's sad because this kayak is made by one of the biggest names in fishing. Like, shouldn't they have like a premium one? Like, maybe have this one the way it is and do like a real professional kayak, fixing all the stuff that we just went over. Make it Old Town like quality, native watercraft like quality, and sell it for $2,500. A lot of people will be happy with this kayak. Like, a lot of people will buy that $2,500 and real professional version of this kayak over this one. I'm sure of that, because it does have potential. Like, I don't see anybody out there with a kayak like this that offers all those little things that this thing has.